We'll see who can take the win in this first game.
Not giving up his summoner, not giving up his life. I think he's holding on very well on this weak side.
Not giving up experience as well. Is at level 5. Sword flashes away from Cocoon, but Jankos can still chase in. Sword puts a lot of damage down with Ruthless Predator, but Wonder's on the chase, and First Blood comes to G2 in Berlin.
Go top was something we never saw from Griffin in their successful times. Usually, Sword's on an island. This island's about to be invaded.
Wonder's level 6. He's got the Forge God on his side. Sword trying to get away, but here comes the Ram, and there goes the kill. Wonder has 2. And you can see the difference between the two junglers. They talked about it on the analyst desk. Jankos, the one who's active in the early game. He's the one who's been on point so far this game. Perkz had to flash away. There's the Zenith Blade. Lehends still doesn't have his flash from that earlier fight, and Jankos is on the board. He gets his first kill of the game.
Used to be the standard top lane. They go mid and transfer that lead. Here's Tarzan.
This is dangerous for Wonder. He's already gone into the fight, has no flash. He's just trying to get underneath the tower. Sword should be able to take this one. It's actually the shutdown going over to Tarzan. As the number on his opposite man, in fact, he knows Jankos is down towards bot. Volosuet is going to land in the mid lane. The shockwave from Caps really doesn't do too much. Doesn't even have a completed item yet. Here goes Chovy, lands the Vanguard's edge as Caps flashes away, and Chovy on Aurelia. You said it, Papa. That was beautiful.
But Aurelia in the side lane definitely is one of these situations where you can take over, and you can see Caps flashing, anticipating where the ultimate would go, but Chovy still had it on. Chovy able to hold the ultimate till after the summoner, guaranteeing that it would land and allowing him to have that outplay.
And it felt like Jankos baited that a bit by walking up because he didn't need to. He'd already gotten out his top side.
Wonder still has the flash. The Weaver's wall will be broken, but Wonder will fall. Tarzan, his second kill of the game.
Griffin have to be careful here. Notice that there's no teleport on Chovy, and he went topside mid lane.
Solar Flare coming down. Lehends is just deleted.
As well, then really you have the flexibility to do it all.
What we're learning is they're beautiful and sensitive. That's the duo right there.
Perkz maybe overstepped a little bit here. Knocked back across the wall, right into the waiting arms of Sword.
Actually use Mountain Drake to take neutrals, because the moment you group up, something's got to give, something's got to hit.
Chovy trying to fight here, but he's going to get the brittle passive on him, knocking him back. Jankos trying to join the fight. Here comes the call of the Forge God, straight into the shockwave, and Caps takes down Chovy. Sword's going to chase down here as Jankos forced off towards the bottom side of the fight. Will flash the wall, the Cocoon doesn't connect, and Caps is trying to usher Jankos out of the battle. But here comes Mickey, here comes Sword, here comes Viper. Double kill for Sword, but the Perkz is on the chase. Viper's going to fall as well, and G2 continue to collapse. They continue to push forward. It's a double for Perkz in the bottom lane.
G2 collapse, and they get multiple kills there. They're still looking for the dive.
Mickey diving onto left.
Oh!
Already is down. Didn't even need the might of the sun to slay him.
Jankos starting this up, and they are kind of lying in wait here. Perkz is split from the team, so he has to be somewhat careful.
Is Perkz split or is Sword split? The Dominus coming out. Here's the call of the Forge God. It lands. Perkz jumps straight onto the back line, and already the damage is coming out. The shockwave dodged away from Viper, still alive. Mickey has to go golden to tank it up. Lehends almost falling as well. Mickey
Sword
to go down, and here comes Sword straight onto the back line, but Jankos pops his stopwatch, keeps himself alive. Sword responds with one of his own, but in the end he will fall. And now Griffin are running to the wrong side of the map. G2 will chase them down. It's a double for Caps. Viper trying to dash away, but he will not escape today. Perkz is on a rampage. G2 are cleaning up Griffin. You can see in the bush, trying to hide, is Tarzan. He's used to the jungle, but Wonder knocks him up, and Tarzan goes down.
It's not the G2 standard way, but it's a very smart way. It's how they usually play. Here's the call of the Forge God.
Only lands onto Lehends, more of a disengage tool than anything else. Sword was trying to get him from the side, but the Cocoon hits, so does the Solar Flare. Wonder now needs to get out, but Lehends lands the hook. The Vanguard's edge from Chovy on the backline, looking for the damage, but Perkz has gone in. He's dived forward, and Chovy goes down. And now it's a 5v4 in favor of G2. They're trying to retreat, they're trying to get out, and Sword won't be able to get him from the side. The shockwave doesn't connect. Do it by the numbers. G2 for the final in-hit. Then the Nexus towers have to be the target.
Oh!
Shockwave, the Solar Flare, and Griffin lose 2 in a heartbeat. That's 3. Make it 4, make it more. G2 scream as they look for the Nexus towers. G2, 3 inhibs down, are pushing in for the win, and Griffin can do nothing about it. They catch Lehends, Viper dashes away. They'll get on towards the fountain and survive over the LCK's Griffin. In the end, they will take the Nexus, and they will go 1-0 in their group.
Cool, calm, calculated.
Have the all-in threat. Maybe you just leave Sword on an island. Use the Kleptomancy, get your money.
Now, HKA, they are expected to beat here.
Uh-oh.
Early invade. There's a
The
lot of
rest
people
the
there.
team is around. Full charge! Scion Q! And it's an evisceration. The 3-man stun buys some time, but 3 kills before 1 minute.
From being able to get that power.
And now a battle 2-on-2 in this river. Crash pushed away, but the redive comes in. Knock up there, decent damage across. They're still chasing in. Oh,
wow.
Look at that Mystic shot. He predicts the play, and now Mission. That's going to be Mission failed. Double kill in the mid lane.
Power in his kit.
Yeah, I'd heard a lot about mid lane Ezreal and scrims as a gank actually comes in bottom as well. Here's Tarzan.
Pretty big stun, but Viper wants to put in damage now. Here comes the re-engage. They found the stun. They
Got
found
him.
the chase down, and Viper's going to be defanged. And the chase down maybe towards Lehen's. Ult comes across. Decent damage. Might mean a re-engage.
Charge through. This is a great angle if Griffin moves into the river.
I would ult. TP's going to come in right now. So
Here we
it's
go.
A
Let's go.
Full 5-on-5 in the river. Not
He
going to find
missed.
anyone for the knockup. Here comes the ulti across, though. Double knockup there on the Griffin side. Stopwatch prize is second, but 3Z. Where can he even go? He flashes backwards. Going to stay alive just now. So Mission's going to walk back. There's the rehook, though. You'll come across as well, and 3Z going to take a nap.
Kill in the river to start off Chovy, and since then, I feel like a lot of the debts are just being paid for what happened early game, and now maybe Chovy and Viper are ready to fight back.
Mission revealed, tries to kite away. Nice ward hop into the kick. This could be a pretty easy kill 3v1. He keeps trying to kite, keeps trying to flash, jumps away yet again, but the second stun is going to be landed, and that could be followed through. Stopwatch opens up, but the ult's going to go right on top, and Chove. Drake has spawned, and you can see the mid lane going back and forth. Now Sword taking a fight with 3Z right here. We'll see if they can knock that one down because Lee Sin behind him as well. Ward hops over, lands the kick, and he's got a lot of armor, but he's got no support at all. The anchor comes in as well. 4v1, and Sword grabs that one in yet again.
Off of this too, because that is a lot of power for Griffin if they want to look for the fights.
Not there just yet, but they're going to find a knockup here on a Sword. Finally, a sign
got
of
him.
life and make it a sign of death.
With 3 kills going away, a team that has the label of chokers because they haven't won finals. If they can pull this one back,
Double stun comes in, 3Z trying to run, pops the ult, the flash to block it from Lehen's. The re-engage, he's almost burning down, and that is a kill in for Chovy yet again. Stun's not gonna land. They've pushed the Irelia away, barely staying alive. 3Z's Ghost Form, not gonna do a whole lot of damage there.
Still, the minion wave is coming through. Tarzan has ult.
Crash again, kick back into the squad, ults to buy a little bit of time, but he's still not gonna go anywhere. And a second kill comes through for Griffin. Mid lane's going to fall absolutely, and now no jungler alive means a Baron attempt is there. Still pushing it down. The health bars, though, fairly high. Tarzan's not in a whole lot of threat. Into the front line goes Kai Wing, but he's hitting a tank. That's not going to do a whole lot right there. Stuns aren't going to land, but they're still going to knock down the Leona, and they can turn right back over to the Baron if they really wanted to. But the
Unified taking so much damage right there. And now picking the jungle.
Crash is trying to get away, but again, just kicked back into the squad. Again and again and again, Tarzan has the number. Crash goes down, Mission rejoins the squad. Calling for us to run away. There's Mission on a kill, but it's going to be one traded back now. 4v4 in the map. His 3Z is tanky. Has popped the ult, but he's, again, withstanding so many of these shots that his team can still put fires in. Oh, but that is a snipe. Goodbye to Unified. Now we watch Viper's side of this fight. Mission back and forth with him. Pops Guardian Angel. There is not a way out for poor Mission. Sword's going to find him. Jumps right on top. That's the kill coming across. Griffin.
At the moment, knowing that if they can group up 3-2, they have a lot better chance of actually knocking onto towers.
Looking at the engage, finally the Hens gets the F-Shock off, runs away, but Kami wants to re-engage, finds a stun, but again, it's only on the tank, and look at the burst damage. Mission forced out right away. A kick goes backwards, knocks up a backliner. The re-engage for 3Z finds absolutely nothing. He's thankful he's tanky. They all got away, just barely. But the health bars are so low, and the re-engage is going to look good. Sword on a rampage. Shock blast the opposing down.
Get back and make that minion unkillable. Griffin 5v4 inside of the base, and the towers are going down.
First tower drops. They can't find any stuns here in the HKA side. They're going to push forward yet again. Nice anchor comes across. Ulti up there as well, but Viper not going to yet dive. Now he finally comes in. Look to the back line. Scattered around a little bit, but still staying alive. 5v4 fight continues. A trade of kills 1-for-1 so far, but Mission's going to drop. And with 2 left alive, they cannot defend the base. In they go for that second kill. Nexus gonna fall as well, and Griffin come back from a triple kill death at the first minute of the game, but take care of business against Hong Kong Attitude.
and aside from a level 1 which went very awry for Griffin and Blabber, we might still see some early action.
Yep, and it's going to be Chovy's LeBlanc there as well coming out of the mid lane. So the action is going to Swan. As Viper with the courage is going to keep himself alive. Grand challenge issued towards the top side. That's Licorice utilizing the riposte for damage as Sword is going to have to flash away.
And now he's
Blabber is
flashless.
here. Gets the extra movement speed. Flash, good side step from Sword, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough. As Tarzan comes on down, Sword still alive for so long. The last auto gets there, but first blood goes to Tarzan. Worlds as he retained his spot.
All
Now
right.
Blabber underneath the turret, not going to find Chovy as he continues walking all the way back to the distortion, but Chovy's still alive somehow as Blabber eventually takes him down, but that's a 1-for-1.
And honestly, if I see an execution call, I'm just ganking his top side.
Speaking of ganking, Licorice, that is not going to be enough. The riposte is going to be invested there as he gets on over, but there's a blast cone. Cannon Barrage this time is going to work out as Tarzan finishes.
You can see the battery of Sona keeping everyone absolutely full health. The Ocean Drake helping out so well with that.
Yeah, a bit of frustration there from Viper as well as he dives on forward. The teleport to get in towards the backside is there finally. It is going to be the Cannon Barrage and Viper flashing on top of Zeyzal. Great timing on the stopwatch as Viper eventually gets that kill, but that is going to be a late flash there from Chovy. Gets himself out, but will no longer be able to participate. They could have just stayed there in 50-50.
Meanwhile,
Licorice is just going to take an inhibitor turret, so that's the reasoning there. Sword with a bit of a frustration ultimate, but Viper is making his way in. That's going to be 4 people invested. The Baron has started. You better get this kill, Griffin. Otherwise, you're going to take absolutely nothing. Eventually, he's taken down, but the Baron is getting the same treatment. A teleport going to come in. Could still be the 50-50 if it doesn't get over the wall. It wasn't the smite that took the Baron. However,
so confident about where this game was going, about the fact that while Griffin have tools conventionally, the conventions went out when 700 supports were locked in and everyone was farming gold. Sharing it.
the hard engage, we're looking for it here as the Devour is used. Sneaky flashes away, but importantly, he is still alive. Viper.
Why is Licorice there?
Be so lucky. Licorice is going to dive into the back of the fight. Tarzan goes down low, but the Fiora is dead. The Sona dies as well. Griffin may have found it. 3 kills now onto their roster, and Griffin can chase. That is definitely something that's in their wheelhouse, and now without Sona, they have to get the heck out of there. Chovy gets some zoomies back as Licorice is now in the mid lane with his team, but there's the connection onto Blabber. Does land himself the cocoon. Zeyzal now has that Devour on cooldown. Griffin, they may have found another team fight. There's the crescendo, but Sneaky only finds one, and Griffin are still on the chase. They do manage to take down the Sona. Huge kick into the back line from Tarzan. The grand challenge is not one you want, Licorice. As Griffin, they don't lose anyone, and now they're going to be able to find the Fiora. Goes golden at the last second, but look at that spinning top of a Garen, and Viper takes down the top laner.
Raub C9 is one of the reasons they're pulling this off.
They're doing it again as Licorice does get the riposte, but Viper is no cares in the world. It fell a long time ago on the bottom side of the map, and now it's all Griffin.
Chovy!
We're trying to get it. No, it's turned around. Sneaky with the heals helps out his Elise, locking down that kill, and now Griffin without their mid laner. This could be a huge problem. Viper.
Because here's, let's talk about
I'm making a tier list here. Help me out.
We were talking about how, yeah, no problem, they'll have disengage as TP out attempt here. We're getting interrupted.
Not going to work out there as see you later, Fiora. 30 seconds left on that Baron power play, and Sword has dealt with the mid lane inhibitor turret. Just too many open doors on C9's side of the map. 10 seconds left until Licorice is back available. Chovy connects another chain. Takes a lot of damage for it, but there's the Cannon Barrage. We're going for another hard engage, waiting for the final chapter to be read out here from Lehens, but he's going to hold on to it for the moment. Finally throws that one out. Doesn't find any of the snares, but they do find 2 inhibitors. So many super creeps that have caved in, and now the Cannon Barrage onto 4 members. A lot of damage is down. What the heck happened to Blabber? He explodes with the pistol shot coming in from Sword, and now Niski dives forward, but so does Chovy. They're going to find the damage, but there is an army that's on Griffin's side trying to bear down on this Nexus.
Licorice!
Into the backside. Yeah, Licorice looking for Sword. Shot down to find it. Gets the grand challenge for all that extra healing as well, but you can see the Nexus is now bare. C9, they found Tarzan. He's
Griffin
desperately
can't end.
looking for the Nexus. Okay, Lehens, final chapter, but it's not going to be that. I've seen this one before.
The famous Evelyn ult backwards
yeah.
and teleport end for Griffin against SKT earlier this year.
Yep, it's a 1-2-2 happening, but 1-3, and
dead.
boom goes Niski. See you later. That's the final chapter. It comes in, it grabs the kill, and now C9 without their Zoe. Chovy jumping back and forth as that is a gigantic Cannon Barrage. So much damage here onto C9. Remember, there are no structures left. Griffin's going to find the Tahm Kench. Licorice into the backline, though, gets the grand challenge, but he's down to that GA. Tarzan grabs his opposite number, and there's the spin to win. Viper going to start on this Nexus, and they were weird, they were wonderful. The team compositions were crazy, but Griffin have found it in the end. Another ultimate in the one team fight from Lehens. And the last Q secures it for Griffin and puts them 2-1 at the end of their round robin.
You know, Jack, we've been casting League of Legends.
Start half of this group stage. We'll see if today they can rectify those issues. It's all on the line here for Cloud9.
Of your jungle like the Wolf Camp, but because Svenskeren did start topside and got access to his Raptors and Krugs.
Oh, we're here.
Tarzan's behind the tower. Chovy looking for the wall dive. Lands it. Cocoon's going to follow up. And that is first blood to Griffin. Opponents, Tarzan using the pressure they've generated to get into the jungle to take some of these camps, but Svenskeren will get the Scuttle Crab. Fear coming off. Here comes Sword from the top lane. Licorice on his way to help as well, but he's already down to half HP. There lands the Shuriken. Svenskeren pulls the spell shield. Taunt coming out, but Licorice will pay for this with his life. There's no escape. You have to feel the flash won't be used, and he falls for the second kill of the game.
To reach it.
We'll see if they're able to use it, because if they don't manage to find a couple of kills off that first play, they might just fall. Licorice tries to flash there, but Sword underneath the tower. Take the Infernal Drake. What did they do? They bring their bot lane up towards the top side of the map. They continue their vision control line, and they make C9 face check in. The quickness coming out here. Nisty's going to pop his stopwatch. Paranoia trying to jump on the backline. Svenskeren gets a lot of damage down, but the Blade Caller will pull through them. Featherstorm coming out as well, and look at the backline. Sneaky, Divine Judgment trying to survive for the moment, but Chovy and Sword are still putting in work. Niski tries to flash away, just about escapes to live for the moment, but Licorice has been caught off towards the bottom side. Niski will fall, Licorice will fall, C9 will fall. They'll even take one under the towers for good measure. 7-0 to Griffin. Hell up, Rakan can jump away. You have to invest a lot of resources into a kill that might still escape you.
We might get one here.
Here we go, Paranoia coming out, they're jumping onto the back line, but there's the rappel up. And you can see Tarzan falls in the middle of them all. Shut down for C9. They find a single kill.
Misfight from Griffin, where they could have just been spread across the map a bit better. Seeing the TP.
Oh! Blade Court does a lot of damage there to Svenskeren. The charm coming out. Sneaky's the one caught up in it. Underneath the tower, he will fall. And now the chase is on. Svenskeren with a great shield. He'll fall in the end, though. And Zazel follows shortly after. It's a double for Sword. He's 6-0-0 on this Akali.
I'm going to say 15 seconds there before Griffin showed up. Cloud9 didn't even get the tower. Now looking in the mid lane.
They know Niski doesn't have ult here. The Hextech Ultimatum will lock Niski in a box, and that box will end up being a coffin. He falls in the mid lane.
Aaron, going to be pretty fast.
It's a great look so far for Griffin. Zazel trying to get away. The Justice Punch won't allow him to escape, but here comes the Paranoia. Maybe C9 have found a fight. Hextech Ultimatum jumping onto the backline. Viper's already killed off Zazel, and there's the double. Svenskeren falls as well. Here comes Sword, slicing through C9. Their backline decimated, their team deleted. It's a clean ace for Griffin. Down towards the bottom side of this, keeping Licorice busy. Here comes the Paranoia. The one punch has been thrown by C9, but they really don't have the damage to take down anyone. Griffin, Lehen's still alive. Viper there as well. They just clean him up. You can't even cast this. It is disgusting to watch. Dirty stuff from Griffin.
Perfect blackjack against Cloud9, and now have full control of top two in this group. A very impressive performance of Yor. We saw him shadowing his top laner and stopping his Kayle from falling hugely far behind in the previous game. So that's all the camps on the map for the Elise are bot side. So Elise's natural path will be to go down. Instead, looking for a gank anyway, with the lane state starting to push towards Sword.
Rappel up from Tarzan. 3Z knocked back. Great little flash in there by Sword, and now 3Z's on the wrong side of this lane. Managing to survive for the moment. Tarzan's ticking down. 3Z first blood in the 2v1. He gets under the tower. 3Z has carried his performance against G2.
Double kill.
He takes them down. You do not fight 3Z in his lane.
That lane would just be over, but now picking up the double kill has the Sheen. They've got a chance.
Viper's all on his lonesome down towards this bottom side. The Ignite is ticking away. Kaiwing looking for the kill. Viper flashes away, but up towards the Infernal Pit. Chovy's jumping in. Kills Crash. Mission just about surviving. Here comes the Cannon Barrage. Tarzan forced away. Viper coming to join the fray. Chovy still on the Infernal Dragon. HKA might want to fight this. They don't want to give this Dragon up without a fight. Cocoon coming in. Lands onto Unified. The Infernal will be secured by Griffin. And Hong Kong Attitude are still getting engaged on the Unleashed Power on Chovy. Isn't enough. Griffin might continue to look for the chase. Prowling Projectile, we can be in this fight, but because Sword burnt his teleport to try and get top lane tower,
We're going.
he now can't fight Grit.
Oh, Chovy.
On Chovy, he jumps in. The Hextech Ultimatum's already been used. Kaiwing going to escape, but here's the TP from 3Z. The Blade Caller will pull them back. Look at the damage on Crash. He's already fallen. That's the jungler, but 3Z's in the fight. The most fed member of HKA looking for some damage, but can't quite find his connections. And now Griffin have control of the Infernal Dragon.
Does get Sword and Griffin, the Infernals. Top side.
Oh, 3Z was greedy for this. Sword should be able to take him out. 3Z flashes away. Tarzan still on the chase. Tarzan has flash. Doesn't want to go for it because Mission has now come up from that mid lane. 3Z just able to survive.
Guys, smurfing.
Is he?
Yeah, he's smurfing.
Now Sword, he's overstayed. Dragon's Rage kick comes out. Sword brings down the ban hammer, but he's the one going to ban Prism. Back to the fountain, and Mission will take the first tower of the game. Defensive that they have in this mid lane. Teleport coming in. from Viper. He'll join his team, but this tower's already almost fallen. They're able to defend it. There's the cannon barrage. Griffin trying to stand tall underneath this mid lane turret, but you can see Unify just chipping away at it. Final chapter coming out. Viper stepping forward. There's the Featherstorm. Shot blast from Sword. He's looking to jump in. The Hands already taken down Unified. A great scatter of the week will knock them back. But here comes Chovy. Hexa Golden Maiden, the shutdown on 3Z, and Griffin stand tall in front of their mid lane tower.
Forward engage, and they're continuing to look for it here.
Mission stuck underneath this turret. Kai Wing and Crash trying to help him out, but Chovy jumps in with a Hextech wall drive, and here comes the damage. Kai Wing taken out with a precision protocol. The unleashed power, not enough damage to kill off the Yuumi. The cat survives, Chovy's alive, and the tower will fall. Okay, realize they have to check 6,000 HP on the Baron, going down perhaps quicker than HK8 thought it would. The teleport coming in now by Sword. Look at Viper. How do you get anywhere near this? The final chapter comes out. Viper's just going to 1v4. Look at the damage coming out from him and Kai Wing, from Lehen, sorry. They just ripped through them. That's just done. There's nothing you can do at all.
This can walk up and nuke turrets with the 3 Infernos. Hard engage.
There we go. Kai Wing trying to jump in, but look at the damage from Chovy on Mission on the backline. The Hexagon made him coming out as well. Griffin continues to dive under the Nexus towers, and yet to have one of their players die. Chovy's going to back away. The repel comes up from Tarzan, but what comes up must come down. Tarzan rejoins the fight, spinning to win on the backline. Griffin take the Nexus, and they go to 4-1 in Group A.
And let's be frank.
One more swap.
All right, that's it.
Wunder going to play the Kayle. Can still swap in-game. Can still go to mid lane if he wants to.
So
Whole team now moving up.
for a while.
Wunder could be in trouble here. Obviously has the ultimate available. The flash taunt is going to connect. Wunder can't just use the ult on himself. He now needs to make it out to safety. His flash not available, but he will retreat, using it to extend their lead. Plates are still up. We'll offer a bit more gold. Lehens waiting in the darkness.
They're looking for a pinch on either Mickey or Perks.
Mickey needs to get out. Perks also needs to get out. The wind wall will not stop the Shenton from connecting. Instead, they're focusing the isolated target. They're just going to delete him. Jankos thought he had the angle, thought he could make the play, but did not get a chance to do so. Now it's a TP on the top side, but I feel like this cannot be the right decision. G2 now fishing, looking for the collapse. Wunder TPing into enemy lines. G2 may be looking for a play here, but Wunder's just going to drop. Meanwhile, Caps is now in trouble. He needs to make it out, but the Shen is coming in. The wind wall might not be enough. Chovy, what else can he get done? The Akali trying to make his way through the fight, trying to finish off these kills. Mickey goes down. Griffin are dominating G2. Chovy looking for the Caps kill. Can he get him? Where's the Shuriken flip? He is going to look to follow. Does manage to contest. The lockdown is there. Caps going to zoom his way out. Jankos now coming in.
The side of Griffin. They've played around this Drake extremely well. They've conceded nothing. And they're continuing to keep the pressure up.
G2's here.
G2.
Chovy doesn't know they're here.
Barrel now going to go back. That's all the seasons they need. He goes back. He gets kicked out. A good pick for G2.
Gap closes ever so slightly as they find a good shutdown. And now they have their eyes set on the tower. But Griffin want to fight.
Shen on the way in. Lehens is going to come to this fight. The knockup may stop more, but it's not going to be enough. Kiana cutting through the team. Jace finishing off to Sword with the double.
Potent with Tarzan. Look at the flank.
Blade. Oh, it's going to come into the wall. That's going to be a double. No, Jankos managing to make it out in time. They're kicking the Kayle ult out. Mickey still alive, still on the retreat, but Chovy's going to bring a Shen right in the middle of the team. That's the double taunt. Chovy going to look to finish off the kill. Goes back in with the Shuriken flip. And Griffin again finding a fight in their favor.
Sword or a Viper at the start of the fight.
Jankos stepping forward. Sonic Wave. Low connect
That
is
could
going
be
to go in. The kick's going to go in. Yasuo's going to find the follow-up, but he goes golden, and now the Shen's on the way in, and Perks is right into the wall and right out of the fight. The flash taunt is perfect from Lehens. Griffin are dominating already. It's on Caps to turn this one around, but Caps might just have what it takes to turn the fight in favor of G2. He's running down Sword. The Realm Warp is coming out. Viper can look for the turn. Sword is now stepping back into his team. They can't finish the kill. The heal is clutch, and it's Wunder and Caps on the run. Wunder.
If he can get Plasma, he might look to ult in.
There's no taunt flash there. Wunder has to be the sacrificial lamb. Only Caps is going to be able to escape. Griffin, what else can they get? Chovy goes over the wall. The movement speed coming in from the Shroud. The taunt locks him down. Caps in trouble. Caps is going to go down. Griffin dominate the fight.
So
this is much bigger than that.
And now Griffin with the Baron buff is trying to get multiple ways. But if they can just catch Mickey while going for flank, this is the thing. G2
will try to fight their way back into the game.
Look, they're defending the inner tier too.
They're going in. Kiana just going to cut through the entire team. Jankos has to run for the hills, and you have to feel like Griffin are going to break the base right here. They've already made it out. Seeding doesn't mean anything, but obviously when you look at the difference in teams, it could be a difference, and that's going to be it. The Kayle comes out, but it might be a little bit too early. They're going to save Jankos, but what is it going to cost them? As Chovy's in the backline, Lehens is going to be hand-delivered right into the face of Wunder, and he's got no ult to protect himself, but still, Griffin, Viper, diving in, and that's all it's going to take. Caps has to run for the hills, but the plasma stacks are going to be enough. Goals golden. They're going to step forward. They're going to look to body box. They're going to protect their...
And Griffin has officially arrived at the World Championship, and they are a force to be reckoned with. They force a tiebreaker.
And this is it. everything on the line. The G2 fans, the G2 army alive in the crowd, but Griffin got the best.
But I don't think they're going to be able to do this in time, and I think they're going to get a game.
Knockup's going to be there, snare to follow. Mickey now needs to make his way out of this one. I don't know if he has the taunt up and available. He's going to taunt there. Knows Tarzan is coming. Sweeper comes out as well. Feels like he's just trying to delay the inevitable. Buys a bit more time with the Spirit's Refuge. Miffy, can he make the escape? No. The Sonic Wave, the resonating strike, Tarzan. They're going around the wall. They're
hunting.
The flank.
Lehans has ult if he wants it. He's going for it.
Wants to dash out. He's getting pushed back into the wall, but that's just going to be it. Tarzan cleans up the kill. Galio just there for the assist. No ultimate. Chovy with no ultimate, but it still should be an easy pick. They're going to try to force it. That's the ultimate coming out. Perkz is just going to get locked up in the end and taken out. The splash stolen away. Perkz now trying to retrieve.
Oh, Perkz!
Stops the Galio. He walks through it. Perkz! He does it. He survives. I don't know how, but he manages to make it out. Mickey.
On that Zoe, and they're right back onto Wunder. No flash.
Knock up. Wonder now needs to get out of there. The Ornn's going to find the knock-up. That should be it. Wonder locked up and taken out. Lehans has been everywhere in these games.
Thinking, oh, maybe Jankos could make something happen here. Tarzan would be waiting, and now they're actually going to counter.
There you go. The Rakan ult now comes in. They're going to kick him right back in the middle of the team. The can't get anything done. 2 quick kills for Viper.
Tarzan also does a huge amount of damage, by the way, and he's not afraid to keep on chasing.
Fishing for the max range. Tarzan goes over. Galio comes in. Jankos needs to make it over the wall. He's going to flash into safety, but Tarzan is still there. That's going to be at least one stun. Tarzan locked up, but he'll find the kill anyway. It does not matter, and now Caps is in trouble. Viper getting multiple members lower and just running. Now the flash out comes in from Wonder. They need to make their way out of this one. The Rakan's fast, but not fast enough. Wonder will manage to escape, and Mickey, shepherding next to the tower, is going to miss the taunt. That's going to be disastrous. Mickey's going to give his life for that play. The taunt comes in from the Galio, and that's the cleanup. The knockup to follow, and G2 getting routed. Wonder still turning back. So much confidence. It'll only be the 1 kill for Griffin. Using his actual flash there, has picked up a cleanse. Don't know how much good it's going to do him. That's going to be it. The taunt has now landed in, but they're going to try to get the follow-up by Lehans. Using the quickness to go in, and Tarzan, a massive force for this team. Can he turn around? The Galio now coming in. Caps has to walk away, but the Ornn is calling, and he's calling the defeat of G2 as Perkz is cut down.
Brute force your way through the enemy parts of the map.
Jankos pushing the wall. That's going to be the big play. Maybe this is the moment where they can turn. They still haven't been able to find a kill. Tarzan, though, grounded and could be taken out. The call of the Forjon comes in, but it's turned back. 2 kills. The shutdown. G2 coming alive in the fight, but Viper remains untouched. Drowsy. Can they find any follow-up? That's the petrifying gaze. Perkz fishing, but he doesn't find the paddle star. That's a disaster, and now Griffin are going to be able to clean this one up. They found 2 kills, but it is not enough. Viper is true strong. That's the triple.
Better initiation, the stronger front line. Or maybe they are in a rush. They're just going to go for the Ornn.
God, Miasma to try to deny the Rakan engage, but here comes Lehans. Can they find the follow-up? Jankos ult is going to go wide. It's only going to deny Chovy into the fight, but that's going to be 1 picked off. Caps taken out. Griffin can turn their sights on the Baron.
Not have any deaths after the Ornn horn was blown.
Tower getting chipped away at, though. The cannons will take that one. Sleepy Ornn stepping forward, but he's unstoppable to dash through. They're looking for the opportunity. Lehans is going to find 2 with the knockup. Tarzan focusing on that one. Griffin now having Viper legendary. They're going to pull the feathers back. Perkz going to be able to make another one. That's the petrifying gaze, but it's not enough. It's a clean kick coming in from the Lee Sin. Jankos tries to disengage, but it's not a supreme display of talent. It is just a call for retreat. G2 running for the hills, and this is it. I cannot believe it. Domination from start to finish in 2 games straight, and first seed to take first in the group.
4 dominating wins for Griffin today. 2 of them against the LEC's #1 seed in G2. Not only did they prevent G2 from going 6-0, they take their #1 seed going into the quarterfinals.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out.